Finna is the most annoying grammatical construction of the modern era. I don't know why I hate it, exactly, but I hate it, I loathe it. I don't mind at all when people say it, lots of words get smushed together when we talk fast. But for the love of whatever God you do or do not believe in, don't type it. I'm betting eventually phones will stop auto-correcting this satanic construction, and on that day the descent of our society to its lowest level will be complete. What about ion? Why waste time say lot word when few word do trick Kevin Malone? To me it's ion as in ion no, man. I'm finna upvote this post. I'll take it over, I could care less any day. Whomstead VE thought this would be unpopular. IDNTVE. I see your finna and raise you doggo, with a sprinkling of human to go on top. Damn, I guess I'm showing my age when I'm 31 and don't know what the fuck finna is. I've never even seen this word until I read this post. Please explain. Trina. My guy. I'm fairly certain that finna is AAVE. So maybe don't call it satanic, considering it's a word just as legitimate as others. Same thing goes for ion, like ion wanna do that in text form specifically, it makes my blood boil. Ebonix. AAVE would like a word. Isn't finna AAVE? I'm here to upvote anyone citing AAVE, and I'm here to downvote racists. Finna use finna all the time. So, I think you're wrong, and I'll try to explain why, because I'm hoping to change your mind. Disclaimer, I'm British not American, so I may have an outsider's perspective on this, as finna is not a word I've ever really come across outside of occasional social media posts. So, my first point is that language isn't fixed, it changes and evolves over time. New words are created, old words fall out of favor, and the meaning of words change over time. This is normal and a sign that a language is still alive. Times change and our words have to keep up with that change. Secondly, language is, at its core, a tool for communication. This may seem like I'm stating the obvious, but the key thing here is that if a word, phrase, or idiom is effective at communicating meaning, if you understand what it means, then it can't be a wrong or bad word. Finally, who owns English? Here in Britain we have 4 nations, one of which is England. English is the English language, as in the language of the English. Scotland, Wales, and Ireland all have their own languages, yet English became the official language of the country through political and civic oppression. The Celtic languages of the other nations was almost destroyed by a dominant English government that feared its subjects speaking words they didn't understand. English was forced on people against their will, and it's only relatively recently that the native languages of the Celtic nations has been revived. As a result of this, people in those countries speak English very differently to me. A lot of English people mock Scots for mispronouncing words, speaking unintelligibly, and even misspelling words, for getting the language wrong. Yet in a very real sense they aren't getting anything wrong at all, they are taking control of a language forced upon them and shaping it to match the way they speak in real life. Just go and have a look at r/Scottish people Twitter and see how expressive the language can be when used in a way that is natural and real to the people using it. So we come back to the point, who owns English? Americans use a form of English that is very different to the British correct version, and some people will call Americans dumb for using a simplified vocabulary or dropping letters out of words. It's spelled aluminium, by the way, but that's just snobbery, that's just a way for Brits to feel superior. What about Australians, or Jamaicans? They have their own versions of English with their own words and phrases and their own spellings. Are they wrong? No. They are just using the tools, the building blocks of the English language to communicate in a natural way that is expressive of how they speak in real life. In short, language should be free, open, and expressive. Written language should reflect the natural way that people speak, and if that is different to the way that you speak, you should accept that in a non-judgmental way. The word has been around for a long time. This comment section finna get interesting. As a Texan, I grew up hearing that word. It was either that or fixin', though thanks for the memories, I haven't heard it in a long time. Satanic. Harsh. Get over it, man. I finna slap this hoe. I don't understand these words and why people use it, so I hate it. Why is Reddit full of so many raging crybabies? Go out and get some fresh air, y'all. You're probably white. That's how language works. If you understand it, it's done its job. I'd say y'all is at this point. People on the West Coast try to say it whenever possible and fit it into as many consecutive sentences as they can. It's AAVE that's only recently entered into mainstream lexicon. Plenty of black folks, especially in the South, have heard/used this word for years. Op is not finna be hella trill. What is finna? I fucking hate the term glizzy. I hate a lot of the slang words that people make up. Put glizzy in particular pisses me off for no reason in particular. Finna has been around since at least the 80s. Most annoying modern trend is corporate jargon creeping into casual speech. Finna make me act up. Man, I'm finna whip this hoe. https://www.youtube.com/watch v=g2cllm9cg. These comments are something else. How you finna say smershed talm bout finna is the most annoying grammatical construction. Gatekeeping colloquialism. The fuck is you? The cool police. I am finna whip this hoe. I have a vendetta against the word tings. That and we was or they was or you was annoy the shit out of me. People often use it to try and sound cool, but it makes them look dumb. People have been saying finna for decades. It's nothing new. I don't think it's any worse than saying gonna or ain't, and I ain't gonna stop using those words anytime soon. The word whelp. Really fucking hate this one. Finna fixing to y'all you all. One has modern foundations in the black community, the other has its foundations /150 years ago in southern communities. Both are acceptable. Language is nothing more than conveying an idea. Given time, language evolves and morphs over time and has cultural nuances. I was definitely taken aback the first few times I heard it, but I can appreciate it when understanding its deeper connotation and connection to the black community. As far as typing it, that's just another medium of language. Reddit is a prime example of an abundance of shorthand, e.g. LOL, LMAO, FTFY, Eli5, etc. If it makes it easier to type, while still conveying the idea, then go for it. English is already a convoluted language. As long as it aids in communicating an idea, which I think it does, it ought to be encouraged.